Right, welcome to the All You Can Talk podcast. Again, we're going to do that all the time now. And Danny will put it in. This is going to be a great episode, I already know it. It is Jordan Holmes, the absolute fantastic legend that he is.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me on.
And of course, I've got Key 5.
What wrong?
Kieran. And we always appreciate Danny behind the camera.
Yeah, Danny's got a new title, by the way. He's no longer as cameraman, he's a producer. Sounds better.
Look at him nodding like I am the king.
Approval.
That's approval. Yes, producer. Yes, producer.
Don't forget, before we start, you can find us at ayct.official, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. Obviously, you'll be plugging yourself at the end of the episode. So
clip that, we'll send it out, we'll get it everywhere and in the description. How are we doing?
I'm absolutely fine. Yourself?
Good. How are you, mate? I've already asked you already.
Good as always. I'm as good as we were on the last episode 10 minutes ago.
10 minutes ago. Yeah. Now, we're going to go straight into it. And we've got, you come on, and we were like, I've done a lot of research on you, mate. And I think it's a fascinating story that you're building. Yeah. And I think it's never ending. And I think that's what's exciting. Mm-hmm. What were your life growing up, mate?
It weren't the easiest. It was rough. I come from a broken home. My father was a bit of a degenerate drunk. He used to beat my mum up. I became the man of the house at a very young age. Took on a very big responsibility, which I shouldn't have took on. Most of my childhood got stole. Yeah. But progressing on forward, it's made me the man I am today. Yeah. I appreciate the good things in life because I didn't really have much when I was younger. Yeah. And I don't like people that make excuses for having a shit life to be a shit person.
Love that.
So
absolutely.
I just try my best to have a good outlook on life and give something back because I know that a lot of people ain't got an arm to put around them. So that's why I'm here.
Do you have any influences growing up?
Not really as much growing up because like the chaos, I just used to escape onto my PlayStation. I used to go out and play football with my friends. If it were any influences, it were more football stars like your Thierry Henrys and stuff.
Oh, shout.
You know what I mean? It was stuff like that. It was just to get away, go play football with my mates. We'd all pretend to be his favourite football star. We're always Thierry. Yeah. And that was that. But not major influences.
So there's nobody close to you that you had that you could talk... Because you said you were man at household, but did you like look after your mum, or were it just like she looked after you as well?
It weren't looking after my mum as per se. It was more that I was the only boy in the house at the time. I had a younger sister at the time, and obviously if she got into a bit of a ruckus with lads in the street and stuff, I was the one having to fix it. My mum weren't poorly or anything. It was just the fact that I was the only man in the house, basically.
Yeah. So you took on that.
Yeah.
You took on that. I
felt like I had to take it on. But
yeah. What age are we talking? Were it like 4 teenager years?
No, younger? really young. My dad left about 8-year-old.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But it took my mum a good considerable time to grow some balls to actually get rid of him. But when she did it, she made the right choice. I truly believe that looking back now, it was the right choice that she made.
Yeah.
Because I think mine and my sister's life could have been absolutely ruined.
Yeah.
My sister's doing really good now. I'm on the right path now, so I think everything happens for a reason.
You must have been really mature at a young age, because to be able to, at 8 years old, to be able to step up and go, I need to be the man of this house now. It's a very big responsibility, especially at 8 as well.
Crazy. Well, I grew up so young, at a young age, that when I did become an adult, I started acting really childish because I missed out on a lot of childhood.
Do you feel like you're trying to make up for it? I was
really trying to make up for it. That's what led me into the wrong crowds, wrong activities, and that's what led me into the dark side of life. Maybe I needed my childhood and done it the other way around, because I think that not having a childhood kind of messed me later teens and my early 20s.
Yeah.
So
would you still be in the same place today, do you think, if you had a better childhood?
I don't think I'd be the person I am now. I appreciate what I have got. I think I could have been a tad more ignorant towards life, because I know what person that I used to be to what I am now. And I think if that life would have never happened to me, I could have been quite an ignorant person, quite egotistical, shall we say. Yeah. I think I needed grounding. I think that needed to happen to me as a person to help me build my character.
Yeah, so you kind of got, not humbled very early, but it was like a
calling card, shall we say. I feel like it. Well, when I look back, I feel like everything happened for a reason. I feel like if certain things didn't happen, I wouldn't have took certain paths, which wouldn't have led me to certain destinations to get me to this point where I am now. I think everything's led to this for a reason.
Yeah. So
quite passionate about this iron rebirth, to be fair. It's home in the heart, because I've experienced that side of life.
Yeah.
That side of life helped me through the gym. And that's what I'm trying to give back to other people.
I'm a big believer in that, man. I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason. No matter how shit the people. This is why I try not to have any regrets in life. Yeah, because as much as we can all think, oh, maybe this has been different, maybe this has been different. The man you are today clearly comes from
the past.
From the past, and it's hard to be grateful for some of them times. But if you're grateful for the person you are today, you can maybe be grateful that you went through them opportunities, so you can now help people.
Your trials and tribulations, isn't it, in life? That's how I see it.
Yeah, 100%, man.
How was your school life?
Only through my own doing, not right well. Like I say, I got in with the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
I got up to no good. My grades slipped. I should have been an A-star pupil, but we'll just say I weren't by the end of it. I got excluded X amount of times. But there was one teacher, she saw the potential in me, and she fought for me all the way through the school, so I could eventually sit my exams. Otherwise, without her, I wouldn't have sat any exams, and I'd be sat here like according to paper, an uneducated moron, basically. But I did walk away from school with some form of exams.
Yeah, I think it's sad that society looks at people like that.
Yeah.
When they've got nothing on paper, and it just, I mean, come on.
Some of the most successful people on the planet, man, aren't the most academically
I've always said I think school's flawed in any way, because you've got kids who are 14, 15. They don't want to be scientists. They want to be bricklayers, or they want to do something hard graft.
Something like they can relate to.
Obviously, still do maths and English, but 3 days a week. Put them on a bricklaying course or a plumbing course.
Some life skills.
I actually read a study. You know, the most CEOs in the world, their grades in school on average was C.
Yeah.
C and D students.
I can believe that.
The C students tend to be the most successful ones, because they're the ones who, because their brain works slightly differently. If they're not interested in the subject, they will shut off. They'll look out the window. Yeah. If they're interested in the subject, they'll do a really good job of that. They don't see the point in wasting their mental energy on things that.
I read something about that as well, where the CEOs are all. Something about averages on CEOs. They all cheated in exams, so they got people to do maths exams. And I remember one interview, I can't remember his name, and he says, having somebody do your maths homework ain't cheating, it's getting an accountant. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, wow, that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? And it makes sense. But now that's that one teacher then. I mean, I bet your heart goes out to him.
Yeah. I've not seen her since leaving school, but I would like to give her a cuddle.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully, if she's still here, this podcast can maybe help find her.
Rekindle
that'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and say thank you for all she did for me. It'd be nice, that, yeah.
That'd be lovely, mate. That'd be lovely.
My name's Earl kind of moment.
Yeah, that'd be lovely, that.
Yeah.
It'd be a nice, that'd be amazing. Stuff like that gets to me, you know.
Sometimes as well, that's all it can take, innit? That one person to believe in you.
Yeah, it does.
I think growing up in a chaotic environment, that's what I needed.
Yep.
Obviously, my parents were focused on other things, and I kind of got shunned to the side, kind of thing. So to have somebody believe in me and fight for me, that's why I eventually did sit my exams. So I didn't let her and kind of myself down. In the end, but here we are today.
Yeah. So obviously leaving school, when did things really start to go wrong?
It really took a turn for the worse when I found out that my father had got cancer. He got it pretty quick, and he died really quick from it. I went downhill from then. Even though my mum and dad had split up and they lived separately, I went to my mum's through the week, and I still spent time with my dad on the weekend. What they did while we were a kid were their business, that weren't my business. I still loved my mother and father. I still spent time with them and had them in my lives. So, I found out my dad had got cancer. He was the only guy that I could really turn to if I did have a problem later on in life. Like through my teens and stuff. If I needed 20 quid here or whatever it was, I could sometimes turn to my dad's and he'd try and fix it for me. So when I found out he had cancer and I didn't have that fallback, that's when I started to go downhill.
Is that with drugs and everything?
It was just a complete escape to get away from things.
At what age are we talking?
I can't think off the top of my head now. My dad's been dead about 9 years. He was suffering with cancer for about 18 months. 36 now. Early 20s, I should say. So from my teens, I started on like marijuana and stuff like that, getting in with wrong crowd. But then as later on in life, trajected that obviously went to bigger things. And when I found out my dad had got cancer, that's when like I would be honest with you, I was smoking crack, I was taking coke,
Really?
I was having yeah, I was really, really dark.
Did you have any run-ins with bobbies?
Yeah, quite a few.
Did you?
Yeah. It weren't for nothing major. It were more for like possession of drugs or like being out in public. Like I remember one day I went to the Barnes game and I had a load of Xanax. And I can't remember getting home. Somebody carried me out of the football stadium.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That was like a bit of a wake-up call. Because I still had all my stuff on me and stuff. And I was freaking out thinking, where's my foot? And I got them all on me and I was like, that was your sign, that, because that might not happen next time. Next time you might wake up in an hospital, black and blue, with no phone, no wallet or anything.
What were a typical day like?
Oh, put it this way. If I use the energy I used to scoring drugs as to becoming a millionaire, I'd probably be a billionaire.
Really?
Yeah, it was one track minded. I'd wake up all the morning, have some breakfast, and I'm like, right, where's my next fix coming from? Whether I went out and worked for it or went out and robbed for it, I ended up making it. I had drugs every day. I made sure I had drugs every day. And I don't know how I did it when I look back, but I did. And I think to myself, now how come I could do that for something so negative? But it's taken me so long to try and get this positive life. But the journey, I'm enjoying the journey regardless of how long it takes. But yeah, it felt like it was so easy to do bad things. I don't know why that worked out that way, but it just come so naturally. I could get drugs here, I robbed this person there, I was robbing that shed there, and everything just flowed. So it became a dirty habit.
Yeah.
It's amazing how quickly drugs and things like that can change your entire personality.
It unravelled fast to the point where my family turned their back on me, my brothers and sisters and stuff like that. My cousins weren't bothering me, none of my original friends wanted anything to do with me anymore, and for good reason. But obviously I made
Are you
up
friends
for
with him anymore now, or?
I've still, yeah. So people that I lost track of when I went through the drugs and that, they've obviously seen me change my life around and get on track. They see that I'm a single dad and I'm trying to do all that I can for him. And I have gained some friends back, but you do lose them friends along the way that were in that situation with you.
Yeah.
Them that were sat getting higher with me, I thought they were my besties. When I wanted to get my life on track, that's when I realised that they weren't my besties. They saw me for a purpose. And that purpose was to get spanned.
Yeah.
You'll find that in, like, even if it's not drugs, for example, even if you're somebody who just hangs about with a group of people who don't want to achieve anything in life, they're quite happy just to sit at home, play video games or whatever. The minute, I know I went through it, you went through it as well, when you start to try and change your life and you change your habits, these people they see their own reflection in you and they don't like what they see back. And they try and drag you back into that zone to feel better about themselves.
Change is scary sometimes, even if change is for the good. It's still a scary process.
No, there's several people that I can think of that I not got rid of, but kind of distanced myself from when I went for a period of not drinking. So I realised I don't see these people unless I'm drunk. Do you know what I mean? Like in a pub or I don't see them unless I go out. Now it's all well and good that you do go out, but I can guarantee that the friends I've got now, I can ring them and they'll be here in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and they'll be chilled. Do you know what I mean? So
happy to have a cuppa instead of a few pints.
Yeah. I mean, we've played poker with coffee, and you know what I mean. We do this, and the reason we started this was to bring people like yourself on to make sure people can feel like that, and they can have a cuppa.
I do think what you guys are doing is amazing, by the way.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you very much, mate.
Cheers, buddy.
There's not a voice for people in Barnsley, and you are giving guys and gals in Barnsley a voice.
Thanks, John.
That's much appreciated.
Yeah,
thank you, John.
Really
thank you for that, mate.
That's the main factor why I wanted to come and spend some time with you guys and do a podcast. Obviously, I want to get my story out there, but I felt like through your guys, with your trajectory, how you're going, with the style you've got, the chilled vibe you've got, people feel nice coming on your podcast. You talk about what you talk about, and you don't talk about stuff that's too complicated. People can connect with you. You want it, boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not this rich billionaire sat behind a desk saying, "Oh, you've got to have a billionaire mentality." You're just talking life, and I like that.
That was our goal, weren't it? When we started the podcast, we said to ourselves, we do want this obviously to keep growing and to keep growing.
Yeah.
But we always said we would rather have guests on who are relatable, who have real stories and who real people can take something from than just somebody who's got a bit of fame right now or is just a bit viral. We want to have them real conversations and create that platform because not enough people come and talk about the things that you're talking about today.
It is a dark thing to talk about, and a lot of people feel embarrassed and ashamed to talk about it, but I think really deep down you have to talk about it.
Yeah.
The only way to progress and grow as a person is to accept your failures. And
Yeah,
move on
100%.
from them.
No, definitely.
Having people like yourself, when we had Jim, when we had Craig talking about these things, it can inspire other people as well
hope so, yeah.
to open up.
I hope so.
I mean, it has, in a sense, because it got you here,
Yeah.
seeing Craig at Jim's episode, didn't it?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
you know, we have got people that want to come on and like, I want to tell my story now, I'm ready.
Yeah.
And it makes us really beam with delight that we are actually helping people and making sure that people are heard.
Yeah. It's brilliant.
So I'm really appreciative of that. I'm glad you see it that way because that's exactly what we've wanted.
Made me all warm inside, massive.
It made me feel a bit fuzzy that.
Good, mate.
So yeah, we'll get on to the good side of your life.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit of bad, but when did was the football moment the point where you was like, this is it, I need to?
It really was, because at that point, my son was born, but he was really, really young, and believe it or not, it was his birthday, and I took him to the Barnsley match.
Really?
In that state.
Wow.
I got told by my mum when I got home, he had a Spider-Man birthday cake on the side. I didn't even grab a fork or anything. I just started grabbing it with my hand and ramming it in my throat, my son's birthday cake. When I woke up the next morning, I was covered in red icing Spider-Man cake. I peed myself.
Yeah.
I asked my mum what the hell had gone off, how I'd got home, and she was that ashamed, and she told me what I'd done. And that was like, I did that with my son. She was like, yeah. So that was it. Then I went and signed up to boxing, signed up to a ultra white, got into a boxing club and never looked back. I absolutely love boxing that much that I joined a boxing club with Terry Whitaker and his team at the house again and did some.
Shout out.
It weren't amateur bout, it was, what's the word, novice. It was just novice
White
boxing.
collar.
Yeah, it was basically white collar, but we had the charity behind it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I did that for about 5 years. And then I come to a point where I needed to put some weight on for a fight. I was fighting at 10 stone, and I was fighting a geezer at 11 stone. And they were getting a bit worried I was going to get banged all over the ring. So I joined a gym to put a little bit of weight on, got a structured diet. I enjoyed it that much that once my last fight finished, I went into bodybuilding and men's physique side of things.
Would you say you're addicted? And there is
Highly.
Yeah.
Highly.
So you've took one. Yeah, that's good.
Do you know what? For most addictions, you do need a replacement. I understand that. And this is my replacement.
Yeah. And it's
It keeps me so structured, keeps me on a straight line, so disciplined, so focused.
Yeah.
This is where a lot of people fall and relapse, isn't it? Because they try and remove a habit. But when you have a habit, you need something to replace it with. Otherwise, there's going to be this big void in your life, which opens you up to relapses, opens you up going down that back down that path sort of thing.
Yeah. When you first walked into gym, what were you expecting? Were it a bit of peace? Were it a bit of, were it a bit of clarity?
At first, it was freedom of mind, because whenever I walk into a gym at that point, my mind was quite chaotic. Everything I'd been through as a young kid and what I'd been through with the drugs and stuff and some of the things that I saw that I shouldn't have saw. It was just peace of mind, because when I walked into the gym, it was 2 hours. My mind was focused on how I'm going to do my reps. Am I going to do it with good form? If this is a heavy weight, if I don't do this right, it's dangerous, it could fall on me. So I was focused on something apart from life. It took me away from reality. But then when I started to see my body change and I started to see actually this is working, that's when I got kind of engrossed in it, and I started doing diet plans and structured routines and trying this training method, and then that weren't working, so I mixed it up and tried a different training method. And it's all just been part of the process. I did my first men's physique competition in June. That's I don't know where I finished. I didn't get first, second or third. They they got the trophies. Beyond that, you don't know. I could have finished last, I don't know, but it were all part of the experience. And I'm competing again next year.
That's a good mindset.
That's inspiring, that man.
It is.
What a character arc almost from
It's
that
a big
really low
turnaround,
point to then that point of
it's a
being able to
turnaround, it's
compete.
unreal.
Yeah, that is actually mental.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind me saying this. I am actually proud of that.
Thank you.
For you, that is immense.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
One of the questions I want to ask: how the moment from you realised that were it, how quickly did you get into the gym? Was it next day?
Oh, it was so quick because I'd done the boxing and I really enjoyed the boxing. I enjoyed being part of the family, the group of people. We were all like a brotherhood and a sisterhood because there were a couple of girls training with us as well. So I already kind of had that mentality of once you get in there, you got to do your business. Make sure you feel like a man when you're leaving that gym. So after the first couple of sessions, after feeling a proper pump when I'd never feel it boxing, I was like, whoa, this is a different kind. Because boxing hurts.
Yeah.
You guys have done boxing, you know.
Fucking know it.
You're on pads, you can't lift your arms up, you're skipping, you're getting cramp. It's a completely different kind of sport, bodybuilding, where I don't know, it's a different feeling. The pump felt great. I never felt it before. I went home, I woke up the next day, I was sore, I felt a bit like a man. Felt like I'd achieved something.
Yeah. When did you first realise, I love this?
It were about 6 months into it, because there were certain exercises that I used to do, we'll say shoulder press. I hated doing it.
Yeah.
I just hated doing it. I saw it as a chore. I hated doing any form of cardio, because I'd done the boxing for so long, it was cardio, whip, 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 whip.
Yeah.
When I got into weights, I found out that it were a little bit less cardio, a little bit chilled out. So I hated cardio for a long time. I hated doing deadlifts. There were certain exercises that I just couldn't stand doing it, and one day I found myself enjoying them. It kind of clicked inside me without me even seeing it, and I was like, actually, I've just hit a PB on a deadlift, that felt really good. Actually, my shoulders are looking really good now. I'm happy to shoulder press. It was when I was starting to see results that it really triggered home that if you do actually put your mind to something, you can actually achieve something.
Yeah.
That's one thing the gym definitely teaches you, isn't it? It's delayed gratification, patience as well.
Well, I once heard something, and it was a man who explained it like a toilet roll. The journey of a gym. He says people expect the toilet roll to just unravel and then they're left with a cardboard tube. He says, but you've got to take each day as one sheet. So you pull one sheet each day. It might not look like anything, but the end result does show.
Yeah.
So that's the mentality I've had since.
I like that.
Well, that's the mentality I've had since hearing that, and I live by that. Each day is one sheet.
That's good, that.
You will get to the end of the tube.
Yeah. That's Did you know, right? You do this a lot where you say things and I'm like, yeah, I agree. Because I said things blunt. Like I've always said it. I said things to the point, and he'll come up with something like, oh, they did this, this, and this, and this, and this, and I'm just like, yeah, still a twat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I'll say something bluntly.
I think that's why we work though. I'm more philosophical, you're more just straight down the line. There's a good round.
I love everything you say, so you're exactly the same as him, you're all right.
Universal balance.
Yeah,
That's it. I mean, we first met at boxing in 2018.
Right.
Been
best mates since.
Yeah, pretty much. We've just been there for each other ever since.
It's what it is, to be fair.
It always makes people laugh when we they ask how we're meeting, we go, well, within 10 minutes of meeting, we're punching each other in the face.
Yeah.
But you'll know yourself through boxing. We've said it multiple times. The respect you gain from it from other people as well, from respect you gain for yourself and for the person you're sparring with or training with.
It is a brotherhood. I truly believe that.
It is. I've always said that. I mean, I can remember the moment I'd won. Walked off stage and his fight went next, and I just said, right, you win and we're getting hammered. We're going to have a good night. Yeah. And he come out won, and it was biggest man hug I've ever given anybody. Do you know what I mean? It was like, right, we in 10 minutes after that, 20 minutes, got a quick shower, straight to bar. I was like, right, we are enjoying this now.
God, we had a good night that night.
Yeah. So I think 7 a.m. we got in.
Yeah, sounds like a good night.
But no, that's class. I mean, 6 months in is quite a long time. How did you cope with leaving the addiction and not having that gratification straight away? How did you cope with having to be quite patient?
I think what it was at the time, I weren't really focused on the results. I was just focused on being part of something and having something to look forward to each day.
Yeah.
I did finally get myself a job. I started working, so I was doing grinding and pointing, a little bit of brickwork.
Yeah.
that kept me in a nice frame of mind through the day. Then when I get home from work, I go home, have a bath, have my tea, and then I get me sent off to the gym. So it would just, that void was filled with basic everyday life activities instead of opposed to being sat in a drug den doing nothing, smoking roll-ups all day. So it weren't so much the results I was looking for to begin with. It was to feel a part of something and to have a little bit of self-discipline within.
Yeah, I feel like you're very similar to myself, where you need a bit of structure.
100%.
But you need that same thing every single day.
Yeah,
You
a
ne-
routine.
you need it.
It's
and
your systems,
I
isn't
can-
it?
Yeah.
There's that saying, you're only as good as your systems.
Yeah, no, you're very similar to myself in that sense, where if something's off piece, my head just goes and just goes bang. I can cope with it nowadays. I'm getting better at it, but give me a couple of years ago, you'll know if something were off, I was just like, nah, I can't do it.
Yeah,
do you know
you
what
can
I mean?
always tell he didn't do a good job of hiding it.
Nah, I didn't.
Showed your emotions.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm bad for that.
Yeah, it's one of the best things about you, to be fair.
Yeah.
Open book, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you always know where you stand with him.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's the best way to be. Best way to be.
You can say that. You can say that. Yeah, it's got me into trouble. It's got me into trouble several times.
Oh, yeah.
What's that for?
Because I've been the one getting you out of trouble.
I'm guessing you'll bear witness this, yeah?
Yeah.
It will. It's like, you know, when somebody's annoying you, and it's like, oh, just fuck off. It'll be that, and I don't mean it, but I can't tolerate it.
Probably the best way to be is,
really
would you
bad.
rather sit there and endure it or just tell him to fuck off? I think,
Yeah,
I think it's a talent in its own right.
Yeah.
Because I can't do it, so fair play to you.
It's not the fact of telling him to fuck off. I just think it's my peace in my head. I need it. I want to keep it. And if you're not, I will tell you what you're doing wrong. And it's like people, I mean, I can't be with people who are negative. If somebody's, and I don't mean, you know, like, oh, I've had a bad day today.
No, I know
that
exactly.
I'll always pick somebody up if they've had a bad day. I mean, we go to the gym and some days we're a bit low, and it's like by the end of it, we are up there.
Yeah.
But it's like somebody's day in, and I don't mean now and again, I mean day in, day out. I see them as a black hole.
Yeah,
And victims.
And it's like, oh, get a grip. And I will say, like,
There's more to life.
there's more to life than being a
Yeah.
victim.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll joke with people, oh, you're such a victim. They're not. They're not. They're just having a bad day. But I'm hoping that just being like, oh, probably. But and they'll cheer up a bit. But it's the day in, day out. I'm like, nah, come on, get to the gym.
There's a study in there. I'm quite into my psychology.
Yep, fair enough.
And there's a study that your subconscious doesn't know the difference between the truth and a lie. So what you feed it, it will start to manifest.
Yeah.
So if you are constantly negative, you will start to find these negative things manifesting in your life. The more you self-talk positively, the more positive things will start to happen in your life, and your brain and your body and your DNA, they found recently, actually rewires itself based off of what you tell yourself and what your outlook on life is to support what you want to achieve. So if you're constantly talking negative, your body's going to rewire itself to always think negative and always look for the negative outcomes in life.
We just say that because I recently watched a video and it was on the same principle, but it were 2 glasses of water. A man was very aggressive to one glass of water, he shouted it, cussed it out. But he was really nice to the other glass of water. Put him into a freezer, froze the water, and they both formed differently. The one he was aggressive to formed in a chaotic way. The ice particles inside the one he was nice to formed really nice. Yeah, so it does make sense.
That's an highlight, that.
Yeah,
That is
it
The
was
perfect
crazy.
part of Jordan's life story.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Yeah, that makes sense.
You'll have seen in yourself, you'll have seen the difference from when you were in them bad days, and it is a negative mindset then and then.
I think you get one-track minded as well. Once you're in that negative mindset, I think that's what you're out life. And like you say, you're saying it manifests inside you, and that's all you can see then. You can never see the light in anything, and no matter what anybody tells you, it's no good, it's not good enough. I think you've got to look within yourself, deep within. If you're somebody that just walks around complaining every day, there's no purpose to your life. Because to me, life's amazing, life's brilliant, life's great. Just sat here now doing this, it's living, it's life.
Yeah.
I have a motto every day at gym, and even when I come out during work day, you look at you nodding. Literally, don't matter what mood I'm in, I'll always say, what what a day to be alive.
Yeah.
Because it's just, it is a beautiful day. You're still alive. There's people wish to have my life.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that in a braggy way. They want to be breathing.
I agree.
Do you know
totally.
what I mean? And I'm blessed to have it. Do you know what I mean? And we all believe same.
Yeah.
Just blessed. Blessed to have it. It could be worse. It could always be worse.
Always be worse. There's always someone worse off.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. I think I know the answer to this question.
Fire away.
What were some of the hardest parts of recovery, and what made you push through them moments that maybe some other people would give up?
I think the hardest part of the recovery was making up to my family for all, I used to pinch off them and stuff, you know what I mean? I've let them down in loads of departments, so that was the really hardest part, having to dig deep and apologise, because it takes a big person.
Accountability.
Yeah, it takes a big person to look deep inside and say, you know what, I was a shitty person, I did some shitty things and I need to make up for this.
Yeah.
So that was the hardest part of that, but the driving factor was being a father, having a son. My son's mum, unfortunately, the rest of us all, she did pass away from the drugs. I got caught into the gym life, she didn't, unfortunately. She carried on with the drugs and she lost her life when my son was 2. So that was the driving factor to stay on the straight and narrow, because I didn't want my son going into a care system while I was walking around the streets doing party life, because I didn't want that. I didn't want to be that guy.
No, it's very commendable.
So
That was my driving factor to staying on the straight and narrow with that little boy of mine.
Yeah.
The amount of people who say this to my fathers especially, who go, all of a sudden, it's no longer just about you.
No, you've got a little heart there, a little living person that's responsible for you. And without your actions, that person's going to go downhill fast. They're going to go into a system they don't want to be a part. They're going to be around families they don't need to be around. X, Y, and Z criteria. It could take them down a life of crime, drugs. We've seen how the system works with kids in foster care and stuff.
We've got somebody coming from, I think it's in February.
Right.
And he's from care system, and he's going to tell. It's going to wreck me out. I know it is, but
I'd like to see that one.
Yeah,
I would like to see that one.
And he's going to tell his story.
Yeah.
He's one of them where he wants to come on, but he's really apprehensive, and I get it.
No, we all get that. That's really
but he's such a lovely kid. I've worked with him, and he's such a lovely kid, and I don't get why somebody would hurt somebody like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. These things happen, unfortunately.
They do, but he's
justify it, but it happens.
But him himself now, he's, you know what I mean. He's living life. He's doing what he needs to do. So I knew you were going to say that. If I'm honest, because that you say that a lot, where it's like for my kids. Do you know what I mean? That's it. And you know, don't get me wrong. I wish I'd got some at the minute.
It's quite interesting actually with Reese, because when I first met Reese was completely against having kids. And it's only in these last couple of years really that you've sort of changed, haven't you? And you sort of, your mindset's gone, no, I do want these children. I mean, I don't have them myself, but I know Danny, and obviously my brother's got kids, and obviously everybody. I always used to say to you, didn't I? I said, everybody who's got kids tells me in their life there is nothing you will do in your life that will fulfil you more than having children.
It's your one true love. You can find as many girlfriends as you want. You can go out there and find as many good people as you want. Your kids will always be there. They'll never leave your side.
I've definitely, since I turned to God and Jesus, that's been it for me.
I'm so amazed you've said that. I've recently turned to God. I'm getting baptised.
We're on it. Oh, congratulations.
I haven't been baptised yet, but I am going to get baptised really soon. I'm going to Monk Breton to the church.
I've never revealed this on the pod, but there you go.
That's nice as well.
I need one.
I've got a Bible at home as well. I read the Bible every night.
I mean, it's literally, I see.
Oh, you got the Bible up on your phone?
I see the
I've got the app as well.
The same. Yeah. Can I ask
that's so crazy that I can't believe that.
On this, because we've probably got a similar timeline with there's conversion to faith, if you will. What was it that made you turn in a way?
I honestly don't know. I feel like it's some kind of spiritual intervention. I don't know. I've been a non-believer for 36 years of my life, and in the last 6 months, I don't know what it is. I've took a massive interest in God, massive interest in Jesus. I kind of feel him.
Yeah.
It's weird. Since turning to Jesus, my life has become a lot better. This iron rebirth and all that, I feel like Jesus put me onto it, I'm not going to lie.
The reason I always ask that question is because I don't know myself.
I don't know. I used
like
to
you
blaspheme. I used to say,
Yeah.
weren't real. I'd say, oh, you believe in Father Christmas if you believe in God and stuff like that. I used to really say some really bad things, and then one day, just out of the
Yeah.
blue, it hit me.
Oh.
I need to change.
All of a sudden for me, I mean, it happened massively really around my granddad's funeral. I remember that. But it's all of a sudden, like when I fully committed to it, for some reason that anxiety, I used to really suffer with anxiety, and that anxiety just went, just magically overnight. It was just it was gone.
Yeah.
And it's, I certain things in my life and certain points I look at now, and I go, he was with me all along, but I just weren't ready to accept him yet. But he knew I was going to come to him eventually.
There were certain situations in my life when I look back now, and I realise, yeah, you were there. I should have been dead then. That shouldn't have happened. If that could have happened differently, I felt like it got me through. It's really weird you mentioned that. I can't believe you mentioned that, because myself, and you're not the only guys that's turning lately. I see so many guys
there's a lot
recently. I think there's something big happening.
I think God's moving through the world right now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, especially when you see what's happening in the world, in Israel, especially in, is it Nigeria at the minute?
Yeah.
The Christians are getting butchered. I think something big's coming, and I think he's reaching out to people, and that's why so many people are turning to him and they don't know why.
Yeah. Well, did you see the Pope's letting, it's something to do with Crusaders or something. I can't remember what it was. I saw something on X that they're letting people in, don't let it for 700 years.
Right.
What it is, and I'm like, oh.
There's something going on.
Yeah.
There's something going behind the scenes that we need to know, I think.
Well, we'll know. We'll know.
We'll know last minute.
Yeah. No, it's good to hear, man. Good to hear. I'm a big believer in it, and I always mention it to people, and if people ask me, and you know, that's why I'm not. I know it's going to sound really weird, but I'm not scared of death.
No,
yeah.
I get that.
Do you know what I mean? Since I have,
yeah.
I'm not scared.
No,
For
this
a
is
long time
this is funny actually. I was saying to my friend the other day, I was saying to Jordan, my roommate, I was saying I can't, because we had this conversation. He said, "Are you scared of death?" And I said, "I was." I said, "But when I found Jesus, I can't wait till the day I meet him."
Yeah, that's exactly my thought.
Yeah.
Everybody who sort of had a near-death experience and they say they've met Jesus, they've been to heaven, they say, "I'd be there now if he'd let me." I can't wait for that day to meet him.
Yeah. It's a lovely,
it's crazy.
lovely, I bet it's a lovely feeling. Do you know what I mean?
Eye-opening. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Now we've mentioned it on the pod before, and it is coming out more and more, where we do talk about it quite a bit personally.
To talk about it as well. I don't feel embarrassed talking about it.
No,
we don't at all. That's the thing.
I used to be.
Yeah.
Because I felt like the pressure around me. There's a lot of people around me who don't believe.
Yeah, I was exactly the same. When I first started getting the spiritual connection, I started believing. I was a little bit tad embarrassed to admit that I was getting into it. I didn't tell anybody I had a Bible, but then one day I got to a certain verse and I was like, do you know what, stuff it, I'm not rebuking it. I'm not going to deny him. I'm going to tell people I love him. I'm going to tell people I've let him into my soul, and now I do talk about him.
I'm reminded of
pride as well.
I'm going to paraphrase a verse here, but it reminds me of the Charlie Kirk thing. We are called, as Christians, as believers in Christ, to go into the public square and be denounced for our faith. We're called to debate and battle for our faith.
Yeah.
You shouldn't deny him.
Nope.
It's the way forward. I'm a true believer in it. Especially with the recent studies I've been doing as well, because I've got quite engrossed in it. That's good for my mentality. That's how I am. I'm quite an addictive person. So when I do get into something, I get engrossed into it. And I've been studying so deep. So deep.
It is a deep. It's a deep topic.
Probably a bit too deep, if I'm honest. Like about Allah being. Am I allowed to say this?
No, yeah, go for it.
But Allah being a Satan and stuff like that, and the Book of Mormon being like twisted faiths and stuff like that. Like there's a verse in the Bible where I think it's David says there will be false prophets prophesying the Lord's name, and I just think all these other Bibles that are out there, the Jehovah Witnesses, the Book of Mormon, I've read a couple of them, and they're going about beheading and stuff. And it goes totally against what the Bible talks about and what the Bible teaches. So I just think there's a lot of false religions out there.
I struggle with religion per se.
Yeah.
I think religion is a man-made concept. At the end of the day,
I agree.
if you follow Jesus and the teachings of Jesus, you can't go far wrong.
Yeah. His moral compass, I agree totally. I don't think it should be separated into religions. I shouldn't think there is a religion. I don't even think there should be Christianity. I just think it should be follow Jesus, follow God.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Because
I'm into that.
when you break it down into certain religions and break it down into individuality, that's where hatred becomes and different interpretations of the Bible come, and that's where people start to argue. When I just think, why argue? Why interpret it? Just follow it.
I mean, the reason for bonfire night is religious.
Yeah.
Because Guy Fawkes think we're Catholic, and at the time Catholics were getting butchered by Protestant King Charles, and that's what
Parliament.
That's what he did. That's what he tried to do. And you know, I just think, why aren't we just one?
Yeah, I agree.
I think this world would be so far more advanced.
Especially in 2025. We've come so far with human rights, we've come so far with a world where we know what atrocities we've committed, what sins we've done in the past, but yet still it's happening to this day, and that confuses me.
Yeah.
As a race, we have come so far with technology, with human rights, with everything. But for some strange reason, we still want to butcher each other. It's crazy.
It is bonkers. But to go against that, not go against that, but if you look at mammals in general, and I've said this before on a podcast, chimps go to war.
It's quite a destructive nature.
It's destructive. Nature's destructive in itself. I mean, look at, if we're going down to minuscule, ants go to war.
Yeah, they do.
It's bonkers. When you think.
You can look in the Bible. God called us to go to certain people to go to war against.
Before Jesus, God were quite. What word shall we say? Quite punishing.
Yeah, he was Aggie, I used to call him. He was a bit Aggie.
I just felt like if you said something that you shouldn't have said, or you did something you shouldn't have done, he would make an example of you. And I think that's why we needed Jesus when he.
I've always said that, and if something bad's happened in my life, I think it's because of something I've done.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's just always accountability. It's like, has something happened? Has something I've done caused this to happen?
Yeah.
And it'll always come down to yes, it will have done.
Self-reflection.
Yeah. And since I've started believing, stress has been a factor, but a non-factor at the same time. Because my granddad once said to me, says, stress is just something that you can control, but you're choosing not to.
Yeah.
It's something in your life that you need to sort, but you're not. And it's true, since I've started sorting things that are causing me, it's just a simple concept.
I think the modern day society, I think we try and run away and hide from us problems, and we should just face them on. I think my major thing lately, I'm racking up a few little debts here and there because I'm self-employed and my job is weather permitted. I'm a roofer, so if I don't work, I don't get paid. And I were getting a few loans here and there, just to get me by through the winter months for Christmases and stuff, and I started racking up a little bit of debt, which were constantly looming over me. I was trying to hide from it, trying to run from it. I weren't opening letters. But since I've let God into the life, I've opened these letters. I've got in touch with these people. I've set up direct debits for monthly payment plans, and all that stress now has just gone. It's just gone. I know that I'm not going to pay it off in the next 3 months. It's something that's going to take 20 years because it's like only a £20 a month for payment plan for a couple of grand's worth of debt. But it's there, it's in motion, and I just feel like turning to God made me want to sort them. Do you know what? It gave me the confidence to open the letters finally and say, right, so what position am I in? Where I need to go from here?
Yeah.
So
it definitely helped me leave a job last year that I was desperate to get out of.
Yeah.
And it just, one day I just got up and I need to sort this.
Yeah.
Something happened during the time, but that was the moment I thought, help me out here, give me a sign.
Yeah.
And somebody rang me for a new role that I'm in now. And it was like, wow. It is crazy how things can happen.
Yeah. It's hard to explain to people as well.
The main thing I get is, obviously, if God's so almighty powerful, why do bad things happen in the world?
Because
you have good, you've got to have bad.
Well, I
we have
say
free
universal balance. I truly believe we aren't like they can't be dark.
Yep.
We aren't up, they can't be down. We aren't good, they can't be bad. I do truly believe that it needs to be there. I truly believe it.
Jordan Peterson touched on this. He said God can't be an all-loving God.
No.
And impose power on people. So that's why we can have suffering. That's why when people say, why is there all so much suffering in the world? If he's all loving, well, he can't love his people and not respect their free will at the same time and not respect that balance.
I think sometimes as well, it's not always God ignoring you and giving you free will. I think sometimes the devil has a play in it.
Oh yeah.
He pulls
Yeah.
There's a lot of people always say, why is God letting children die? How do you know that's God? How do you know that's not the work of the devil, letting children die?
I thought George Janko said something. He says, when you're on the phone praying, just remember there's two people listening.
Yeah, 100%.
There's always two people
What's
listening.
that Mike Tyson one about God? You got to leave the dance with who you came with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that podcast.
I'm guys.
Yeah, that was a good one. They were talking to Francis Ungaro.
Yeah, because he said, didn't he? He said, because Francis obviously has had a very difficult upbringing to where he became. And he said, you go on a God's favourite people, but because you want a God's favourite people, you're also the devil's favourite. And you got to leave the dance with who you came with.
Yeah.
I like that.
I remember seeing that. That was brilliant, to be fair.
Yeah. No, I fully agree. What a chat that was.
Welcome to the All You Can Talk podcast.
It's All You Can Talk. So, where did the idea of I Am Rebirth come up? We're getting into the good juicy bit now.
Again, obviously, we've just been talking about spiritual intervention, and I don't know where it came from. I honestly don't know where it came from. It was just an idea that popped into my head. One day I woke up, I thought, there's so many people out here and they're suffering with depression, and they go to a shrink, and a shrink will just talk to them, but they don't fix the problem. They'll go to a doctor will give them drugs, but they don't actually fix the problem. Nobody's fixing the problems out there. Now, I'm not saying that the gym's going to fix every single problem in your life, but I truly believe it will help in some forms or aspect without turning to a shrink and without turning to drugs.
Yeah.
I truly believe that.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to give back, because obviously the lifestyle that I've had, being in and around drugs and on drugs, and the transformation that it's led me to through the gym, I just think that it could help so many people. And
Well,
I know
the people we've spoke to,
Yeah.
Jim, Craig, you,
Yeah.
have all gone into the gym.
Yeah.
Every single person who have had a...
I just think people are wakening up now. I think a lot of people have relied on doctors and prescriptions, and they'd rather hear a sweet lie than the bitter truth.
Yeah.
The sweet lie here is, have this medication, this will make you better. When it don't, it just makes sick. But the bitter truth is, you're unhealthy as fuck, your head's fucked, get in gym and sort yourself out, and that's how I think it should be. I think that's a bittersweet truth for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, a lot of people like to hear a bit of
Yeah.
buttercup. You know, oh, you're beautiful when you're not.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's not harsh.
No.
It's the life skills as well that it teaches you.
Yeah.
I have a problem with these sort of weight loss jabs that they're all going around with now. Because the big thing about the gym for me and getting yourself in really good shape is your mindset has to develop so much that you become a better person.
Yeah.
If you're cheating it and you're just doing this, you're still going to be the same person inside. You might look better, but you're still going to feel
You've
better.
not put your body through that. What word shall we use? That torment.
Yeah.
To get the end result, you've just had a jab in your arse, or you've had a little bit of suction out your belly, and you've not had to work for it. You've just sat on a table and had it took from you. There's no greater achievement than hitting a PB every week. There's no greater achievement than failing a lift one week than hitting it the next.
I also think people like to be comfortable. I think you mentioned it before, comfortable is safe. Everybody likes to be safe.
Comfort is the enemy of progress, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. And nobody likes to jump.
No.
Nobody likes to jump.
Especially in the modern world when it's a fast-paced moving world and you can trip up so quickly.
Yeah.
And you can fall back so quickly. I think that's the main fear of people, slipping up and failing when you shouldn't fear the failure.
Yeah.
That should be the driving force.
Yeah. The amount of people who's failed in life and got back up and gone, right, let's go, let's do it again. Nowadays is so minuscule. I mean, the amount of times, failure is, failure. You don't hit that rep.
It's the key to success.
Yeah.
It is.
And I see that in every walk of life. That's why I really enjoy the gym, because if you can go into the gym and hit the best set of your life, there's nothing wrong with you going out of the gym and attacking the world and doing something great beyond the gym. Because I think the gym gives you that sense of achievement that you feel like, oh, wow, I've just done something that I wouldn't normally be able to do. Yeah. Today's my day. I'm going to go and seize the day, as we so to speak.
Yeah. That's why I like going in the morning. We do it, don't we? We walk out, I'm straight to work.
The day's yours then.
Yeah, that's it then.
It's not an easy win, but it's an easy win to start the day, innit? You start your day with a win, and then...
Well, the thing is, I know this is going to sound daft, and it's going to sound very minuscule comparable what you're doing and what the gym is, but just such as making your bed.
I agree. It's the first achievement
it's
of the day.
It's such a small thing.
I agree.
And it's like, why don't you do it? And and this is going to sound daft, but like putting your chair under the table at work after you've
I have
done.
the same approach. I really do.
It's simple.
I cannot leave a tray in KFC on the table.
Yeah.
I
I
have to
can't.
go
Yeah,
empty it
no,
in the bin and put the tray on the
Yeah,
top.
good choice as well,
I just,
KFC.
I
I ain't had dinner yet. I'm hungry as well.
I really do apologise for mentioning KFC. But no, I just
Other
think
fast food retailers are available.
I just feel like there's little things in life that you should do, to be fair, like making your bed. You should make your bed. You mean you're an adult, wake up, make your bed.
Yeah.
Open your curtains, brush your teeth. These normal things that a lot of people take for granted, but it is part of a daily routine and it's a part of a structure in its own right.
One of the big things I've had, Jordan, is recently I've took on journaling and writing my thoughts and feelings down, and I've always set myself 3 tasks for the day. They're not difficult, but they are difficult in a sense of they might not get done. But I know if I've completed 2, I'm good.
Yeah.
But if I complete 3, brilliant. If I complete 0, I need to fucking do something about it.
Yeah.
But I sit in my office. I've got no curtains, no blinds in my office, purely for a reason of sun comes in on a morning and sun comes in on a night.
Right.
So I know that it's either bedtime or I'm waking up.
Yeah.
You're getting that sun at each end of the day. So it's a simple way of me waking up and then going to bed.
Yeah.
It's simple. It's
It's
easy.
easy, a routine, isn't it?
Yeah.
People overcomplicate
Yeah.
it when you can simplify things.
You can. And like I said, it's the simple things in life, like waking up and, doing washing up or moving that cup after podcast is done.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the little things that accumulate. Don't let perfection get in the way of good.
Yeah. I think as well regarding cups and things like that, and regarding making your bed, you can't just be disciplined in one area of your life. If you're going to be truly disciplined and make progress, you have to be disciplined in every area. Because if you allow one area of your life, say you never wash your clothes or whatever, to slip, you're going to then skip other things when it becomes harder tasks. Because you're teaching yourself that you don't have to do these things. You don't have to be disciplined everywhere, and it'll leak to other areas of your life.
I agree.
Yeah, you need that structure. I think men do.
Yeah, I
I
think people
personally
do in
know.
general.
I don't think women do as such.
I think women can cope a lot better than
They can,
men.
yeah, they're very good at
Yeah.
coping with a different structure and a different way of doing things than us. They're much better at doing that than us. I'd admit that.
Ah, well, I'm happy to say that.
Yeah, they're better at a lot of things, to be honest.
We can just lift everything.
Well, you can't say that these days.
No.
But then again, even in morning when we go to gym, there's some lasses in there that can pull around weight, and I'm like, fucking hell.
Have you seen Kate?
Who's that?
She's the big bodybuilding lass that's in there. She's an A-star posing coach.
Really?
She's a unit.
Is it Katie?
Do you know Marlon Ragg?
Yeah, I know you are.
Marlon's wife.
Yeah, I know you are. Yeah,
Kate Barnes.
Yeah. No, I've seen her on.
She's a woman.
Yeah, she's brilliant.
A unit, proper unit.
Yeah, she's brilliant. But yeah, and I'm like, wow, fair enough. Yeah, that you could just toss me up in air and throw me about.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Not like that. Do you know what I mean?
That's took a turn for the left.
Well,
not like that.
Missus upstairs, lad. Be careful.
It's fine.
You'll be getting tossed about room later tonight.
We're doing podcasts with a shiner tomorrow.
Boys, have we got a spare bed? Yeah, that is it. So, what do you want Iron Rebirth to turn into? What is it? What is your what is your vision?
So I want it to become a movement. I want it to be. I can't explain it into words. It's hard to explain. I want it to be something for the broken man, the broken woman, people coming out of jail, people who just split up with a wife, people who've not got access to the kids, people that's down in the dumps, depressed, whatever it is. I'm not aiming at a specific criteria. Oh, you are going to be the next Arnold Schwarzenegger. You're going to be the next Mo Farah. You're going to be the next top athlete. It's just to help people feel a part of something. Some people come out of jail and they have to go through a rehabilitation process. They can't find a job. They can't find a house. And I'm not saying that they're going to have the money, all this money in the world to have a structured diet plan and they're going to be able to go to gym all the time. But it just gives them something to go find new friends, find a form of discipline. If, like, I don't know, for me, it helped me get off drugs. I've got mates that go in there that they've split up with their missus. So they're going to the gym to keep their head on straight. And I just see so many negative things happening in life and people are turning to the gym for the answer. So through Iron Rebirth, I'm giving somebody a platform with that. So what it is, it's an online coaching. We offer an online coaching program at £30 a month. Your average fee for an online coach is between £150 and £300 a month. Your average fee for a dietitian replan, depending on your needs, is around £70 to £400 a month. Because we're hitting the broken man and the broken woman that might not have £400 a month for the diet plan, plus the £300 for the training program. So what I'm trying to do is build up a good credibility where I'm offering a dietary plan for £30 if they want it per month, a training program for £30 per month, or combined at £50 per month. That'll also guarantee a free WhatsApp community to drop in and talk any problems they've got. There'll always be somewhere there to answer them. We'll go out on evenings, bowling, pool, corner pocket, wherever it is. Whatever this £50 a month will let you be a part of this. You don't have to be held to a contract. If you want to sign up for 1 month, get your diet plan for 1 month, get your training program for 1 month, and then work from that yourself, I'm entirely happy with that. But if you want to stay on it for the next 3 years and just to be a part of a community and be a part of something and have something to feel good about, you send somewhere to go, someone to turn on, someone to talk to, that's what this is offering. We're going to be doing merchandise, spread awareness, because this is much more bigger than me. This is much more bigger than me. This is really, it's home to my heart. I feel like I need to do this for people, especially in Britain, broken Britain at the moment. Everybody's unemployed, everybody's depressed, everybody's falling out with each other. Black man hates white man, gay man hates straight man. Everybody hates each other. There's just so much hatred, so much negativity, and I just think everybody wants to get... In the gym, I'm friends with an Asian, friends with a black man, I'm friends with a gay man, I'm friends with a woman. There's no cultural difference in a gym. You're all there training together. You're all brothers and sisters, and that's what I see in a gym. And I just see every walk of life in a gym, and I just think it's good for people to turn to the gym to be able to help them rehabilitate their life through any means necessary, whether it be drugs, coming out of jail, coming off of a surgery, they've had a divorce, whatever it is. Because I know so many people that ain't got friends, they ain't got family. And they just sit at home on the self day in, day out, just existing, not actually living. They're vegetating through life without no hope, they go to work, come home, go to work, come home, they've got nothing. This is for them. This is for that kind of person.
What would you say to a person like that?
Join Iron
They
Rebirth.
are worth something, that you are someone that's living right now, in this moment, you are worth something. And you need to find that self-worth, because nobody's going to give you that. You've got to dig deep, look within yourself, appreciate what you have got, accept what you ain't got, and find what you can change yourself. And I do believe, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face, I know the gym can get anybody confidence. Anybody.
Where can people find you? You want to look into
So
that camera,
basically,
where can people
at the
find
moment, you can find me on TikTok. It's Iron Rebirth. You can find me on Instagram. That's Iron Rebirth Jordan Holmes. I've also got a WhatsApp community. Obviously, I need to get the number if you can.
We'll get the number on there. You
Put
just
that on
send
the,
it me.
put that on
of
the
course.
screen somehow. The WhatsApp community. So it's just through the basic social media platforms. I also have a Facebook page which isn't fully aimed at Iron Rebirth, but if you want to get in touch with me through Facebook, I'm on there as well at Jordan Holmes.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Is there any more questions?
I don't know. I just want to say, mate, you're doing God's work, man. That is,
I appreciate that.
it's completely honourable, man. I love stuff like that. I think people, one thing we all do nowadays, you are right, is isolation. We're all so self-centred, and we need community. People aren't meant to be so self-focused.
No.
We're supposed to be a community. So what you're doing, mate, is, I admire it. I admire it. Thank you, man. And thank you for coming on the
Good.
podcast.
And I'm going to say this from me. I don't mind being part of that WhatsApp group if you need somebody to put in.
Yeah, same, man. I'll be in there.
I'd love to have you.
If anybody wants to, come on here and have a chat, not even with cameras on. You know what I mean? If they're not feeling comfortable when they get here.
You've got the environment, the setting. I appreciate it.
We'd love that. And even if you want to come here and chat to somebody on this podcast with us, feel free. You know what I mean?
Absolutely over the moon with that. We'll get that sorted out, get you guys added to the WhatsApp group, and we'll go from there.
Perfect.
Nice one last
Perfect.
question,
Fire away.
and I love this one.
This is the question you ask to every guest, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yep.
How would you personally define a good life?
A good life. How would I define a good life? Having a good family around you, having a roof over your head, and just appreciating the little things. Don't need to be too much.
Amen to that, mate.
Yeah, man.
That has been a fucking wild episode of
That's
the All You Can Talk
That's an
podcast.
episode.
It's been a...
That's a brilliant episode, mate. We've
enjoyed
loved
it.
having you on.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
We're that's a wild episode. Brilliant story, mate. And if I'm going to say this, you're a true man, and
Appreciate that.
and
Thank
you deserve all love in the world, mate.
Thank you.
And I'm hoping that today we can push you even further forward and make
crossed.
everything 10 times what it is.
This to me is big, lads. I needed to get my story out. And I saw what you guys were doing, and I see you giving people a voice, and I just felt like through your, and I appreciate it, I really do. I thought, but through you guys, I can get my voice out there. People get to know what Iron Rebirth, because the big thing at the moment is the question is, what is Iron Rebirth? And I'm having to explain it all the time, and I don't mind explaining it, but obviously people seeing this podcast, sat scratching their head, well, what is Iron Rebirth? Now they know. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much, guys.
No problem. Thank
Been
you
an
for
honour to
coming
have
on.
you on, mate.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah,
has.
no, I have really enjoyed it.
Good.
And hopefully I could come back on one day and we'll talk about something else.
You can.
Yeah.
I want to do a
definitely.
big talk on because I used to be on Trenbolone when I first started in the gym, and it's so dangerous, and it's so bad of a drug, and I just see so many people taking Trenbolone lately. I want to do some kind of podcast awareness of that. That is a crazy,
We'll
crazy
sort
area,
something, mate. We'll sort something.
I've seen my friends take that stuff like it's water, and they've lost relationships, they've lost jobs, they've had the kids took off them, and then just people think it's a fashion trend. You're seeing people walking around with jumpers now saying Trenbolone sandwiches and Tren and Jerry's and stuff, and they think it's a gimmick. I'll tell you now, it's not. I nearly died off the stuff. When I was on Tren, I was having sleep apnea. My tongue doubled in size, and I was choking on my tongue every night.
Wow.
Nearly dying every night just from Trenbolone. I come off it, got it out of my system, and my tongue went back to a normal size.
We'll get you back on, mate.
Yeah.
Part two.
We've
It's
literally
needed.
just sorted out all his dates for next year.
Don't worry, I understand, guys. What you're no, I mean
we've, as in when we're filming, so we'll get you on at some point, definitely.
Yeah.
I do understand that you guys have got a lot on you. What you're doing is amazing. It's brilliant.
Thank you,
So
mate.
whenever you can fit me in, I appreciate it.
No, we'll definitely sort it out, mate. We'll definitely sort it out.
We're all friends. That's it. This has been the All You Can Talk podcast with Jordan Holmes, with the lovely Key 5. I'm Reese.
Don't forget, you can find us at ayct.official. That's on Instagram and TikTok. Search the All You Can Talk podcast on YouTube. Check out Iron Rebirth. Get involved in the community. And yes, peace be upon you all.
Peace be upon you, man.
Nice one.
There you go.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, man. Thank you very much, my mate. I appreciate that.